produced, written. Brutality recorded basically at the same time as Walk Among Us in June of '81. It's called American Nightmare, and it's all about the Misfits do rockabilly.
That was from one of the Walk Among Us sessions. It was just this thing with like the Cramps had turned into like just a real joke, and we kind of wanted to show them what real rockabilly was about. It was basically like the Misfits meet, you know, real Memphis, you know, down south rockabilly.
From the Legacy of Brutality record, American Nightmare. Misfits showing the Cramps how to really do it. Sounded pretty good, pretty raw, rockabilly. That brings us right up to Walk Among Us in late 1981, 1982 thereabouts. The band still Glenn Danzig, Jerry Only, Doyle, and Arthur Googie. A lot of trouble with this record. A lot of trouble.
It's about to come out. We already have labels for it to come out on Plan 9, just in case something fucks up. And so basically we were playing it for IRS, and we're getting offers. Slash told us they would give us a bit. IRS was terrible, and blah, 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 and this and that. So we signed with Slash, and it was probably one of the worst things we ever did. So we never got paid for that record. We got $400 cash and 500 albums, and we recorded it ourselves. And they screwed up the cover twice, which really annoyed us. We had to pay to have the negatives done again for the purple version, and it wasn't supposed to look like that either. And they just totally screwed it up. They were always cutting corners for $25 or $50, you know? And it was just ridiculous. You're dealing with that kind of money to cut corners for $25 or $50, you know what I mean? And of course, not even get paid or anything, just a joke. And they're the worst label I think around. Caroline got a lawyer, and we're going to be getting some money from them, I'm pretty sure, and we're probably going to take it back.
It's on KFJC. KFJC, Violent World from Walk Among Us, along with Hate Breeders and Vampira, Vampira. And the lead-off track, 20 Eyes. Walk Among Us, this particular version was actually the third or fourth attempt to record it. There are tapes of other, I guess, sessions, maybe the first and second attempts or something like that. But what you heard basically on this was a band that had enormous power, at least in this host's opinion. You're listening to All Hell Breaks Loose, a history of the Misfits. I'm your host, Bill Crispin. We're going to be doing this till 1 o'clock. I have a giveaway coming up also, a Die Die My Darling 12-inch, and I'll let you know about that in a little while. We'll also be covering Sam Hain tonight. And like I said, we'll be doing it till 1 o'clock. The theme of tonight's show, from Walk Among Us on KFJC.
transformation with the nerve to kill. Everybody in my man from up. Not the face of the one you love, when I turn into a monster. Whoa, I can't even call my name. Whoa, times I never only sleep I go. Whoa, when I turn into a monster. I walk down city streets on an unsuspecting new world. And you bet, this world is mine, I don't know what I turned into a marshal. Whoa, I can't even call my name. Whoa, times I never hold the sleep I go. Whoa, I turned into a marshal.
KFJC and Braineaters from Walk Among Us. Brains for dinner, brains for lunch, brains for breakfast, brains for brunch, brains at every single meal. Why can't we have some guts? I turned into a Martian before that. Astro Zombies. And the theme of this show, All Hell Breaks Loose, all from Walk Among Us. Right after releasing this album on Ruby Records, which is a division of Slash, you heard Glenn Danzig's feelings about all that. They did a tour in April of 1982. They played the Elite Club, and if you're at all familiar with shows going on, you are probably familiar with that particular show and a couple of incidents that happened. Now, without spending too much time, Glenn Danzig has basically what happened.
Well, basically, this kid was, well, a bunch of people were just screwing with the band, and this little kid just kept on flinging cans at Doyle and wising off with him. Googie jumped in the audience, a whole bunch of people started beating his head in, so the kid who flung a bunch of cans at him and nailed him in the head. It was a shame. I found out later that whole thing, as far as our set, I don't know about the other band sets, like the Meat Puppets, who I felt really sorry for that night. I don't know about their set, but our set, the whole thing had been instigated by Bobby Steele and a few of his friends on the West Coast. The guys in Whipping Boy and all those people. They had been egged on by Bobby Steele to do this to us. It just turned out to be a real bad situation. Fight to the death. And I'll tell you, I don't think any of those people had it in them. I mean, even when Doyle walked up and me and Jerry and Googie were still playing, I had 5 people in front that I was ready to just destroy, and they just looked at me and didn't do a thing. I hadn't seen actions like that from a crowd, like, you know, that Juvenile, since, I mean, even in New York during Punk's heyday, it was that stupid, you know, throwing shit in a band like that. So, I mean, the meat puppets were just pelted with beer cans. I mean, where was that at? I mean, if you don't like the band, go in the back of the hall, or go out, you know what I mean? Stand in the lobby or something, you know?
It's like the, you know, it's the punk rock, I don't know, stigma or
We're
whatever.
not into that punk rock thing, you know, the punk rock thing of, hey, here's a band, let's throw stuff at them, you know, that's for assholes. And that's basically what happened. We were confronted by a bunch of assholes, and we weren't about to play asshole with them.
And actually being there that night gives a pretty good perspective on it. Without being too, I don't know, long-winded about it, it's basically how it happened. There was a lot of other versions that were manufactured by, I don't know, some people from famous fanzine in the East Bay, and even one down here, namely Maximum Rock and Roll and Ripper. They all had their versions of it about how evil these guys were for hitting this kid. Well, what they didn't know was that Doyle was 16 years old, the kid was 16 years old, so it's a confrontation that pretty much evens itself out. Misfits hated and all this other stuff, but actually had a good effect because a lot of people sussed out a lot of the crap that was being put out and said, hey, these guys are way cool. And being at that show, like I said, it happened pretty much as it was told. Some more stuff from Walk Among Us on KFJC. Here's a very appropriate song called Skulls.
Gotta have you on my roll. Gotta have you on my roll. I want your soul. I need your soul. I want your soul. I need your soul. Collect the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Hack the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Oh! Oh! I want your soul. I need your soul. I want your soul. I need your soul. I want your soul.
As part of the month of mayhem, you're listening to All Hell Breaks Loose, a history of the Misfits on KFJC Los Altos Hills.
Ain't no happiness, ain't no feeling in my heart. You think you was out there, you think it's a dream. Some might survive the fever, but when you're out there, this ain't no fantasy, but this ain't no horror. This ain't no happiness, this ain't no feeling in my heart.
KFJC, and from Walk Among Us, Nike Go-Go. No, it's not about the shoe if you read the lyrics. It's about a missile back in the 50s that was pretty deadly for that particular time. Before that, Night of the Living Dead, the real clean version as opposed to the single version that you heard a little while ago. Devil's Whorehouse, also from Walk Among Us, and Skulls. That pretty much covers Walk Among Us, which may come out again. Hopefully it will. Going on, there was a large gap in Misfits history where there was nothing released. Various rumors and things going on about people breaking up, and I don't know. However, Evil Live, which was a limited edition 7-inch EP, about 4,000 of them pressed, 1,000 of them signed and numbered, 2 different covers and a variety of things, basically pressed for the Fiend Club. Now, the Fiend Club was created just to be in touch with Misfits fans, see what they liked, what they didn't like, and things like that. If you joined the Fiend Club, you got stickers and free stuff, and you could order shirts for fairly cheap and things like that. Evil Live, Glenn Danzig says, was his attempt to show the distributors that he could sell more out of his Plan 9 offices than he could by going through them. In a large part it worked. He was basically getting jerked around by distributors. They'd say, "We're all sold out of your records, send us more." And he said, "Well, gee, there's no money. What about sending the money first?" "Oh, yeah, the check's in the mail." And as you can well imagine, got burned several times. Evil Live for the Fiend Club sold out like that. And actually, Glenn Danzig said he got a fair amount of respect from then on from the distributors. We'll hear just about the whole EP, Evil Live, starting off with All Hell Breaks Loose, recorded live at I left it back there. Recorded in November and December of 81 from the Ritz in New York City, December 17th. Actually, no. This is from the On-Broadway show, I'm sorry. The On-Broadway show in San Francisco on November 20th of 81, well before the Walk Among Us stuff. All Hell Breaks Loose at 1:38. I'll tell you about the rest of it in a moment.
Fuck you.
On with the Misfits special tonight, All Hell Breaks Loose, History of the Misfits. I'm your host. A single that was supposed to be released, another one, was Who Killed Marilyn and Where Eagles Dare, the 7-inch. It was never released, and it was the Misfits doing Who Killed Marilyn as opposed to Glenn Danzig, who released that song a little later. Those 2 songs appear on Legacy of Brutality, the 13 cuts unreleased, just recently released. Here it is, Who Killed Marilyn from February 1979 on KFJC.
525 Hogan Smith, 1962.
A song that later appeared on the Night of the Living Dead record were Eagles Dare and Who Killed Marilyn, the Misfits version of that. Like I said, Glenn Danzig released a version that he played every instrument on and sang on. And that particular record, when we get to it, is a pivotal, more or less a pivotal point in the Misfits history. The next, the records that are being played right now are roughly from the period of 1978 to 1980, depending on when they were released. The next one we're going to cover is Horror Business. Now, in 1979, about April, they got a new guy on drums named Joey Image, replacing Mr. Jim. And a little later on that year, around August, they got Bobby Steele, who later went on to be in a band called the Undead. Glenn Danzig will tell you all about Bobby Steele.
Saw player. who was Bobby Steele. He came after we got Joey. He only lasted in the band for, let's see, just about a year. Bobby was in the band. Yeah, he would basically have to do his drug deal or whatever he was doing at the time, or we'd be recording out on Long Island, and he couldn't get out there. It was too much of a pain in the ass for him to take a train out there or a bus out there, which is basically like a 15-minute ride, you know? So we just eventually said, well, fuck, we'll have Doyle play guitar instead of Bobby, because Bobby's never shown up anyway. And also Bobby couldn't keep up with the stuff we were starting to write, you know, that I was starting to bring down to rehearsals and things. He just couldn't play as fast, and his guitar sound just wasn't awesome enough. It wasn't powerful enough. It was very wimpy. He played on a Fender with very, very light gauge strings so that he didn't have to hit them very hard to really work at what he was doing. And the overall effect was just really lame.
And also, an aside to that, on Horror Business, all the guitar tracks were played by Glenn Danzig, although Bobby Steele did appear with his picture on the back of the record. Like I said, Glenn Danzig on vocals, Bobby Steele on guitar, Jerry Only on bass, and Joe Image from the Horror Business EP. Here's Horror Business on KFJC. Business EP, the song Horror Business from the Misfits. Interesting story about this particular record, which was a 7-inch. There were 5,000 pressed on yellow vinyl, 25 on black vinyl, so collectors take note. Interesting story about this was that it was recorded in a haunted house.
It was recorded in a haunted, the basic tracks, right, were recorded live in a haunted house in a mobile unit. And then brought back to the studio and overdubs were put on it. But there was all this weird shit in the background that we couldn't account for that nobody had done. You know, he had done.
Right.
So we just left it. We let it play. You can hear it. Let it play. There was a thing about it that a guy had written for us, Dave Street, who was at that time helping us out. He's one of the guys who picked it up too.
Mm.
It was just like a haunted house we used to go to, you know, when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we get blasted and go there and stuff. And since that and a whole bunch of the other haunted houses up there have been torn down, up on Route 9W, New Jersey.
We're rolling. This is take one. Teenagers from Mars and Children in Heat. Misfits' Children in Heat, and Teenagers from Mars from the B-side of the Horror Business EP on KFJC Los Altos Hills, the Misfits History Tonight, All Hell Breaks Loose. That's what you're listening to. I'll just let you know that I'm going to have a giveaway coming up later, so stay tuned for that. To the Night of the Living Dead single, 2,000 were pressed, but not very many got out. It was, well, I'll let Glenn Danzig explain it here.
It was basically a giveaway record for a show we were doing in New York, our first Halloween show at the Irving Plaza. And so we just never repressed it. Consequently, we brought a lot over to England and stuff when we went there. So there's not too many really here in America.
The song Night of the Living Dead, which later appeared on the Misfits album Walk Among Us. This is the 7-inch version. There were some mastering problems with this, so the fidelity didn't turn out to be all that great. Around this time, the Misfits had gone to England, and the Danzig version is right here.
We did a couple shows, I forget how many it was, but we broke up the tour because Jerry forgot to get the contract signed, and the Dam tried to screw us over on the money they were going to pay us only for half of our shows. We were only getting £50 a night, which is roughly about then 100 to 125, maybe $150 a night. Okay?
Yeah.
So we weren't really making any money to begin with. I mean, just enough to survive. You know what I mean?
Right.
We'd ride on their coach and stuff like that. And it was just a promotional tour for us to get our name all across over there. We could do a few one-off shows without the Dam and make some money. So Derek's got to get the contract signed. Everything got screwed up. We walked off that tour. We found a manager who lined us up with the Clash tour. And the Clash had already heard of us. We had to, do, a rehearsal for them, which was like a tryout or something, you know. They had to come down at some, real high-class British studio, which had a bar and stuff, and we would have to try out for them, you know, and play a set for them and CBS executives. CBS had already shown interest in, if we did the Clash tour, we'd get a contract, it'd start out with 45, and then now. And the Clash, Our drummer left in the middle of the night. One night he was a junkie, and he just took his passport and left and went home. He took his ticket and left. And that was the Joey image. And so everything was blown. We were supposed to play the Rainbow that night with the Damned. That was one of the shows we still decided to do. We were going to get paid for it, so we decided to do that. And then our drummer just screwed everything up by leaving. After that, we stayed in England a little longer, and we just came home.
We walk the streets at night. We go where we go there. They pick up every movement. They pick up every movement. We're dead out of pieces. You think they really care? I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. But I'm with LTC who waits on you, Jamaica. But not for genocide, but she's in all your plans. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. Let's take your quick over, baby. Let's see how long you last. Like I'm feeling you raking Muslims on your fire. We're dead and out of pieces. You think they really care? Let's go where we can stand. Go where we can stand. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby.
KFJC, Rat Fink from the Night of the Living Dead single and Where Eagles Dare, another version. The B-side of that particular record, like I said, only 2,000 pressed and some mastering problems and stuff like that. But nonetheless, essential in the history because it led to the ousting of Bobby Steele was basically blowing it, according to Glenn Danzig, and they got a guy named Doyle. So the band now, Glenn Danzig, Jerry Only, Doyle, and Arthur Googie. Actually, they got Arthur Googie right after, soon after they came back from England. It was April of 1980. They got Doyle in the summer of 1980 and released 3 hits from Hell, featuring another hit up here, London Dungeon, with some other stuff. On the back of the single, it says extra guitar on London Dungeon, Bobby Steele. Now, that was just a basic, what they call a scratch track, and was added because they didn't want to remix it. So Doyle plays on the B side of this, and here it is, London Dungeon on KFJC's History of the Misfits. The 3 hits from Hell's 7-inch, London Dungeon, recorded in 1980, but really released in April of 81. Another problem with having the stuff ready, but just not being able to get it out. A couple more songs we'll hear from this in a minute. London Dungeon apparently was written while Glenn was in London, hating every minute of it, or at least part of the time. A couple of other songs on the record, Horror Hotel and Ghouls Night Out, and here they are on KFJC.
Take it up to 21 and down.
KFJC, and Ghouls Night Out, and Horror Hotel, the B-side of 3 Hits from Hell. Like I said, originally recorded in 1980, not released till around 1981. Like I said, again, they came back from England, got Arthur Googie on drums, and got kicked Bobby Steele out, and got Doyle in there. The next thing to come, actually I should mention that Bobby Steele formed a band called The Undead, who released a couple of singles, and I was going to delve into them, but I don't think so. I think we can let it rest at that. Halloween was the next single. Halloween and Halloween 2, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a moment. Here it is, Halloween on the Misfits special, All Hell Breaks Loose on KFJC. Because what it is it's basically KFJC.